Now this for everybody fighting through the pain and the pressure. You know life will try to test you, but you promise not to give up for your mama and your sister, and your brother and your cousin, everybody else that's with you. You the one that's gonna deliver like Amazon Prime. Always on time, yeah. Even when it's looking bad, I never stop trying, cause I've been stressing, I've been crying. My depression had me blind. Sometimes I can't see the signs, but I keep going, I ain't lying. It's for everyone that's grinding for their kids, you're not alone. It's for every child that promised they gon' buy their mama home. For all my 9-to-5ers going hard to make that green clock out, then you just go harder, cause you still got chase that dream. For all my evolving artists, just keep going hard, regardless how people talking about us. You gon' build that startup.
Hello, welcome. Hey, Jessica.
Hey, June.
Hi, everyone. Welcome. I had technical difficulties, but welcome to my New Year Glow Up series. This is obviously not Harleny, but this is Jessica Williams, one of my other coach besties. But we are so excited today because we are going to be talking about visualizing your success and your goals and your dreams for 2021. And Jessica, I haven't seen you since last year, boo. How have you been?
I know, girl, I've been good. I've been good, trying to hang in there. 2021 hit us fast. A lot of us were ready to roll, and we are rolling.
Yes, we are definitely rolling. I feel like it's been a couple of months already. But hey, Jamal. Hey, Taurus. Hey, Michelle. Well, thank you so much for filling in Harleny's shoes. Unfortunately, she wasn't feeling well, but you stepped up. So thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
Yes, and I know this is a topic that you are really passionate about.
I am. I love a good vision board. If I can see it, I can do it. So I put those suckers together every single year.
Yes, and you uppercut those fears and imposter syndrome thoughts.
And I drop kicked out, like, for sure.
You drop kicked out. I love that. So guys, thank you so much. Comment where you're from. I see Nadell here. I see my former client, Jennifer, who just started her new job this year. So congratulations to you. Okay. I'm really excited to welcome our special guest, Erika Cruz. She's been a huge part of my journey as an entrepreneur, as someone that is chasing their fears. And she was on my show last year, and we talked about, I think we were talking about how to overcome imposter syndrome. So I thought she would be the perfect person to bring on the show. So let's bring her in. Erika Cruz is a TikTok consultant, self-discovery coach, and the founder of Purpose Driven Latina coaching program. So let's welcome Erika. Hello.
Hi. Hey, June. Hi, Jessica.
Hey, Erika.
I'm so excited to be here.
Yes, thank you so much for being here. So I know we haven't chatted since last year, and so much has changed.
Yes. Should I give you the lowdown?
give my community the lowdown. Let me just kind of give them an update. When she last was on my show, she was working in tech as a marketing manager. So tell us, if you want to give an introduction to who you are and your latest updates.
Yeah. So, hey, everyone. My name is Erika, as June mentioned. I am a TikTok consultant as well as a self-discovery coach. So I worked in the tech industry for the last 8 years, and then 2020 happened, and I had a lot more time to really think about what it was that I wanted to do. And at that time, I started a side hustle, which was Purpose Driven Latina. It's a group coaching program. I'm still running that group coaching program now, but I have since turned my side hustle into my main hustle. So I no longer work a 9-to-5 in the tech industry. Now I work for myself, which, it's so funny when people say that they are looking to work for themselves for more freedom, because at the beginning, it is not more freedom. You are working night shifts in your own home, but it's so worth it. And it's such fulfilling work. And I just can't believe that I get paid to do this.
Jessica's like bopping her head. Like,
Yes,
yes.
because Erica, you hit it on the head. Everybody's like, oh yeah, I can't wait to work for myself. Okay, yeah, you pull these 24/7, 3 days a week, and then you tell me how you feel.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
So, oh my God. So what motivated you to take that leap?
Yeah, what motivated me was that I was finding so much fulfillment in coaching that, and I always knew I wanted to give back to my community in a more direct way. And that is kind of what motivated me. But it was, I guess, the reason I knew it was time to make the jump was because I got to a point where my demand was higher than what I could actually give people. So I had people reaching out to me for coaching, and I didn't have the bandwidth anymore because I was still working a 9 to 5. So, I do hear a lot of guidance around like you should be making just as much or more from your side hustle before making the jump. And I don't necessarily agree with that. I mean, I think everybody should do what works best for them, especially if you have children, and if you have a family that depends on you, you're in a different situation. However, with your 9 to 5, you've been putting so much energy and time into it. And chances are your side hustle is getting your nights and your weekends, right? So like, how are you going to expect to make the same amount of money from a side hustle when you're not putting that much time into it? So my word of advice is the moment that you start losing money by not putting more time into that side hustle is when you should invest more time into it.
Oh my gosh. Right. Is that how you felt too, Jessica, when you left? Your corporate. She calls herself the corporate survivor.
Yeah. I'm the corporate survivor, and now I'm corporate trouble. So, yeah, I was at a point where I wasn't making, the first month I decided to quit, I did make my salary or whatever. But after that, I was like, okay, you know what? I know that I have a bigger purpose than where I was, and I could reach more people because I was so restricted. I didn't have a degree. I didn't have any of that, the awesome stuff that a lot of people have, but I was still bringing value. I was retaining clients, and I was bringing in revenue. So I was like, oh, forget this. I'm out of here. I woke up one day, I turned 30. I was like, got to go. And that's what I did. It was a scary thing.
I quit when I turned 32.
I know. You did, right? That's right.
Yeah.
Mexico.
Yes, because my whole thing was like on my 30th birthday, I'm going to be like an entrepreneur. And then like we ended up working something out where I stayed just like a few more weeks. So I turned 30, I stayed 2 weeks, and then I left. But yeah, same thing. Like it was like, do you believe in like Saturn return?
Say it again.
Do you believe in Saturn return?
Yes.
You know what that is?
Tell us.
So it was like we were done with our Saturn return. We're like ready for the next chapter of our life.
What is Saturn return? Can you fill us in for people that don't know what that is?
Yeah, so Saturn, and if you believe in astrology, Saturn comes back to the same place where it was when you were born every 30 years or so. So every 25 to 30 years, we tend to have this kind of identity crisis, not crisis, but like this questioning who we are, pretty much like a rediscovery of who we are. So, and it's so funny because my mom is almost 60. So we were kind of going through our Saturn returns together. So she's in the process of like retiring in Mexico, quitting, like leaving her job of however many years. So it's been like really interesting to kind of have it cross over a little.
Oh my God. It is real. I feel like we're always reinventing ourselves, either like every 5 years. And I mean, I remember having like when I turned 25, a quarter life crisis because I wasn't exactly where I wanted to be. But hey, I got through it, and now I'm here now living my dreams on LinkedIn. So I just want to say thank you so much for Erika for doing what you're doing and just showing up for your community, because it's people like you who inspire me to keep going. And every time I see you show up on TikTok and Instagram, now Clubhouse, which is another shiny social media platform, but it's a great platform because you build community, and it's a great way to take those relationships offline to the room and have conversations. So I just want to say thank you. And I want to ask both of you ladies here, why is it so important for people to write their goals down, visualize their dreams and goals like if actually it's like happening, like they've already happened?
Ooh. So I'm just gonna throw this out there as a career strategist. I always do my career affirmations, period, and I put them on sticky notes. I think I see your sticky notes in the back, Erica, and I put them on my door. I put them on sometimes in my car, like in my rearview mirror, that I need to see every day. And it's just something about seeing it and making yourself accountable each and every day, so that you're working toward that specific goal. Is why I like to write them out, which is why I don't force my clients, but I strongly suggest that they do the same. So I'm sure Erica has more insights to that.
What is your insights and
Yeah.
take on that,
Can you
Erica?
hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, great. My AirPods disconnected and then reconnected. So I was like, I don't know if I'm on or not. So it's important, in my opinion, because I've done a few TikTok videos on both of these topics, like why writing down your goals is important, as well as why visualization is important. So Dominican University, which is a university in California, did a research project on, if you write down your goals, I want to say it's like 68% more likely to achieve them simply by writing them down. Isn't that crazy? Like just writing them down. So the reason that visualization, Harvard University did, they call it the piano study. They did this. Sorry, I thought I heard something. They did a research project where they had students imagine they were playing the piano versus another group that was actually playing the piano. And what they found was both groups, the one that imagined and the one that was actually playing, had the same part of their brain light up. Isn't that crazy? So like, if you think about like Kobe, he would visualize every time before he was going to go like play. So visualization really just helps get our brain prepared. And I see so many amazing things in the comments as well. So the Bible says, write down the vision and make it. Yeah. Yes.
Absolutely
yes.
Right, Orlando.
Love that, Orlando. Yeah. So I think that's why it's important.
I was talking.
That's super. That's super deep. I'm glad you brought up Kobe too. That's my favorite.
Oh, you're breaking up too. Do you have your AirPods on too? We can't hear you.
Following a lot of Kobe.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, Kobe, watching all his documentaries and all of that, how he visualized even shooting. That's it. It goes so meticulously. If you can see it, you can do it.
Yes.
Have you seen the Netflix show Queen's Gambit? I'm probably butchering that, but
is it a show or a movie about like
it's a show?
Chess. Is it like chess?
Chess.
Yes. I've seen it on the Should we watch that? What is it about?
You should watch it because of the visualization component. So every time this like girl went to bed, she would visualize playing chess, and it's how she would win her matches, which is so like, because I've done so much research on this, I'm like, oh wow, like I see what the directors did here, because I'm usually not I don't watch much Netflix unless it's a documentary, but that show really had me hooked because of the visualization component of that.
I love that.
I gotta check that out.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on my playlist. I don't hardly ever watch Netflix, but I'm gonna put that on my playlist during the weekend. Bruce says the brain is an elastic organ, and it can flex into what you want to happen. I strongly believe about that, because I shared this with Jessica when I got laid off in April. I was going through depression and anxiety. I didn't know what to do. So what did I do? I just started creating, and I just started jotting down all of my ideas and what I would love to do with this time. And I talked about on that Google Doc that I've shared in the past about wanting to build community, wanting to launch a career coaching business, wanting to share stories of inspiration. And I visualize having a talk show one day, and now I have a LinkedIn Live show. Yes, I'm not on major television, but I'd rather take LinkedIn Live, and I think it's really important to speak our goals into existence, to make it happen. Like you said, Erika, that study showed 60%.
Yeah, and I'll have to get I want to say it was 68%. So I'll have to get or 58. There was definitely an 8 in there. I'll have to get you the number because I have it written down somewhere.
Yeah. I would love to see that study too, if you could share those resources. So that's really, really important. Sheva says she loves that show.
It's such a good show.
Queen's Gambit. Before we talk about how to build and create a vision board, I want to share Erika's TikTok here. Let's see if I have it. So I'm going to share. And if you're not on TikTok, or if you're not following Erika, please follow her. She shares amazing inspirational TikToks that is all about motivational content, inspirational mindfulness, self-care. So let me play it.
It's not too late to create a vision board for 2021. Here's how to do it. Close your eyes and imagine your dream life. Don't limit yourself. Dream big. Ask yourself who's in your life. What is your career like? How much money have you made? Take your time. The goal is to really feel like you already have it. And then write everything down. Next, head to Pinterest, magazines, or Canva, like I'm doing here. You want to be specific with your goals. So I've added brands I want to work with, my revenue goal. I even want to create a journal. So here you can see me mocking that up. I'm also in the process of creating a TikTok course, so I'm adding that here. Another 2021 goal is to create a podcast, so I searched for podcast and created some cover art. Once you're happy with everything, go ahead and print it out. Grab a cork board or a frame. This is my vision board from last year. I'm going to go ahead and remove everything that I don't want to keep. Next step is to cut everything out and then assemble it to make sure you like the placement. Here's my final vision board. The word and theme for this year is create. I'd like to focus on my business, buying a house, my spiritual growth, relationships, and collaborations. What are your goals for 2021?
I love that.
That's really cool. Okay.
I love that. You gave great
Super
tips
helpful.
there. When did you do your vision board, in December?
I did, yes, end of December. So actually, I did my first vision board in April of last year. So I was really kind of late to the game, and it was during quarantine, and I was like, okay, I really need to figure out, what I want to do with this extra time that I now have at home. And I was like, all right, we're going to visualize it. So I just came up with some crazy numbers of like, okay, I want to make X amount of dollars and I want to make my side hustle my main hustle. I hadn't made a penny yet. I didn't know how I was going to make a penny yet. I've made a little fake check and I said I was going to make 20,000. I made 40,000. And I still, at the time when I created the vision board, I didn't know what I was going to do. Right. So I was just trusting that I was going to be able to get there, and opportunities kind of came my way. And I just tried to take advantage of all the opportunities that I could.
That's amazing. And people are asking where they can find you on TikTok. Here's your TikTok, you guys. It's the Erika Cruz. I'll drop it on the comments too. But this is all of her amazing content. She's so creative. I love her, and she's a TikTok partner as well.
Nice.
Was that part of your vision board? Like, can you talk about that? Like, how that all happened? Like, was that part of your, like, what was on your vision board besides like the amount of money that you wanted to make when you created it back in April or whenever you did it last year?
Yeah. So when I created it, I had 12,000 followers on TikTok, and my goal was to get to 200,000. I'm still not there yet, but from 12,000 to almost 170, I'm like, I'm happy with that result. So the way that we're talking about TikTok, right? Like, how did I become a partner?
Yes.
Is that the question? Or was it around what else was on my vision board?
What else was on your vision board besides like the TikTok follower count and all that, and growing your community there?
Yeah, it was to focus on mindfulness a little more and actually start meditating consistently. So I did. I took a meditation course, and actually now I've had the opportunity to lead like meditation sessions for some of the top universities in the world. Unfortunately, I can't disclose their name, but it's still amazing that I get to work with them. So that was another priority for me, as well as really focusing on listening to my intuition. And I think that was part of what gave me the courage to make the jump from leaving my stable 9-to-5 job and pursue coaching and speaking full time. Besides that, getting a new house was on the list. That hasn't happened yet, but it's on this vision board as well. So I'm sure it'll happen soon. And a new car. And that happened. I had the same car for like 11 years. So it was time.
Nadal is asking, did you move some of your goals from last year to this year?
Yeah, so buying a house was one of them.
Mhm.
Another one that I moved over was like spiritual growth. So what I consider kind of like mindfulness meditation. I don't think we'll ever get to a place where we're done, but I just want to ensure that it is something that I make a priority. There's also a couple of podcasts that I'd like to be a guest on. They're like big podcasts. So those I transferred over as well. And the way that I did that was I took a screenshot of the podcast inside of Apple, iTunes, or Spotify, and I put it inside of Canva, which is a design application, and I wrote my name in there. So that way I can visually see my name on the podcast.
I love that.
Brilliant.
That's so creative. And it's like, and you can do anything on Canva. Jessica, how have you used vision boards to do like your goal settings and to just envision your goals and dreams to happen in reality?
Absolutely. So I became an entrepreneur with my side hustle in 2018. So the first thing I did was put together pieces of my puzzle, right? 2018, I was broke, right? I was broke. But I was so good at writing resumes. So I was like, oh snap. I had to go talk to somebody because I went to a workshop, and then I was like, okay, I could do this. How am I going to do this? So I started putting the resumes on my vision board. I was like, somehow I'm going to make money with these pieces of paper. I said, okay. So I'm going to 2018, and people were like, hey, can you do this for me? Can you write this paper for me? Sure, I could write. It's a piece of paper. I was like charging $25. So I put figures on this vision board next to this piece of paper. I was like, oh, one day I'm going to make this much, whatever figure. And I was like, there's no way nobody's going to pay me for that. By the end of 2018, people were paying me way more than I ever thought that I was going to make for a piece of paper. So I was super blessed and like mind blown. 2019, I was like, you know what? Let's do this for every quarter. So every quarter, I started creating my vision boards. So on my vision boards, I would cut out one. I always put a nice, handsome man on there. It's always on one side. And then on the others are what I want to do with this resume writing. So then I started to expand, and I started to write for mid-level to executive professionals. And I would put the different types of industries I wanted to work for, the different people. Like I put Oprah on there, right? Oprah came over with me to 2021 too, just to throw that out there. But just different types of professionals and different types of people, and what I could see myself doing as far as traveling different places while I wrote these pieces of paper. So I traveled 2019, and I hadn't traveled with a full-time job. And this, I was operating on blind faith, walk by faith, not by sight, all of that. So it was on my vision board though. I put phrases, I put places that I wanted to go, not even realizing that I would actually go to these places. So from that nice man I carried from the 18th to 2019, I found him. Now he's gone. So I had to rip that man off and put a new one. I believe in different visualizations.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. That's why it's important to always reevaluate and assess your goals, right?
It is. And if I don't like something, I will take off that vision board and replace it with something different.
I love that idea of like reevaluating your vision board every quarter.
Yeah, every quarter.
I'm gonna show mine really quick. I'm still working on it. I'm doing it on Canva.
Erika, do you always do yours on Canva as well, or do you have them like on the wall too?
Oh yeah, it's mine. I print it out. Whoops.
Oh, June, that looks good.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I have a cork board too. I love that.
Perfect. Yeah, you can use a picture frame as well. This is a cork board, but you can also use a picture frame, so that way you can put it up and it can at least,
Oh wait, like can you tell us really quick?
Oh yeah, I was sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
It's okay. I love that.
Nice. Okay.
Yes. So I started creating mine, you guys. I'm going to focus on Q1. So, and I want to ask you guys, why is it so important to be specific about your goals? Let me just show you kind of an overview what I want to do for Q1. But I want to host more workshops, paid workshops. And I'm actually, thanks to Miss Erika Cruz here, She introduced me to someone that she went to school with at UC Berkeley, and they're contracting me, Erica, to teach
Oh, congratulations.
to teach basically my 8-week program to their students. So doing 3 workshops a month.
Oh my God,
I
great,
love
June.
it.
So I'm just so thankful for you. So thank you. And my goal is to actually pitch myself to at least 5 other colleges.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. If you know that they need you, other ones need you too.
Yes, I'm working with Broadus Palmer of Level Up in Tech, teaching a workshop for his students. So I want to do more workshops, but I want to kind of get more concrete on the actual number. And then I know that I want to launch 2 online courses. And I have a number in mind of how much I want to make for Q1, but I'm still kind of playing with the number. Want more time for mindfulness, hiking, and spend more time with my family. That is my vision for Q1. I'm definitely going to add more to it. But why is it, for both of you, why is it so important to be so specific about your goals when you're creating your vision board?
In my mind, if you just ask for anything, you will just get anything. But once you narrow down your number, the amount of, classes you want to teach, then you can start to see that number come to life. But when you say, oh, I'll take this car or I'll take a car, no, I want a Tesla. Like, let's be very specific in what you want, because then you can work towards it, and in your mind, you can visualize, okay, I see myself sitting in a seat with butter leather. Like, you have to be specific to what you want, because you just don't want anything.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And I'd also say that, like, when you, being that, like, I guide people through meditations, a lot of times I will also guide them through visualizations. And, if I have somebody close their eyes and like imagine themselves at a park, like, that's pretty general. But if I say, okay, imagine yourself at a park and you look up and you can see the trees and a bird just flew from one tree to the other and you can smell the, like, once you start to get specific, you start to feel as if you are actually there. And that's kind of the same thing with our goals, right? Like, the more specific we get, the more we start to actually feel it. Like, have you ever been in a visualization when you're like imagining your dream life and you can't help but get excited? Or whenever you are like, ooh, and then I want like this color floor and I want my kitchen countertop to look like this. And you start really putting the pieces together. So I think it's really important because of the feeling that it gets you, the feeling that it gives you, pardon. And I guess and you want to be specific so that you can feel as if it's yours and it's something that you want. But I also want to caution people of, like, let's say, that, let's say you're imagining like a perfect car, and then you think of all the details, and then an almost perfect car comes around, and maybe like the seat color is a little different, or maybe something's a little different. Like, I think it's also important to stay open with what comes to you, because, like, so for example, I really, really wanted to work at Google for a long time, and I got to like some pretty late stages in the interview, and in the end it didn't work out. And guess what? It's the best thing that could have happened, because who knows, maybe I would have still been there and I wouldn't be doing my own business. So when things from your vision board do not come into fruition, you really have to trust the process and believe that what is meant for you is going to come to you, right? It's not going to go to anyone else. And if something didn't work out, it didn't work out for a reason, because you don't know what's coming up.
You're absolutely right.
I love that. Rachel actually says act as if, and she has a great story about how she was able to manifest her goals. She's going to be on my live soon. Orlando says success is something you prepare for, not chase. So being specific allows it to manifest. I agree with that. I love that. I love these comments, you guys. Thank you. Rachel goes, what is meant for you will not pass. Yes, and things happen for a reason, and like there was a reason why you got rejected at Google, because you had a bigger purpose. This was meant for you to happen, to start your own business. You're thriving. You're a TikTok partner, and I think that's how we should always look at our failures and obstacles in life, that they're meant to happen, instead of just crying about it. Yes, you can cry about it, but what are you going to do to overcome that obstacle to make yourself successful? And look at these failures in life as opportunities to be more resilient. you know?
Mhm.
So
Yes.
for me, yes, it sucked losing my job during COVID, but look what I'm doing now. I created an opportunity for me that's going to work for me and my family.
Yep. It always
Okay.
works out how it's supposed to.
Exactly.
Getting a little passionate
Mhm.
here. Okay, guys. Before we have about 10 minutes, Erika, what is your Oh wait, Nadal says. Nadal, he also asked, by the way, is he too old to create TikTok? No, you're not. You're never too
No.
old.
No, not at all.
And Nadal too, yeah, and Erika is a TikTok consultant too, and you're actually having a workshop too next Monday.
Yeah, I was actually just going to say that. Yeah, so Nadal, I have a free masterclass coming up that talks about the 3 kind of common mistakes on TikTok, but it's also the 3 common mistakes with like content creation. So I do try to make my workshops as valuable as possible. I'm actually going to post something on LinkedIn about it, but if you want to send me a message, I'll send you the link before I actually post it.
Yeah, let me actually, I'm going to drop your link. I'm on your link tree right now of your,
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
how to register for her TikTok course or masterclass, I think on Monday. And I think you're launching a course too, I believe.
Yes.
Okay, so let
June,
me give.
you are on it. I love it.
Yes,
She
I'm trying to
is.
be. You guys, I've always wanted to have my own show and be a DJ
You could do it.
on Wild 94.9. So I'm doing the damn thing.
Yes.
Nadal says, "Do I need my wife's permission?" I don't know.
You
Why
probably
don't
want
you
to get that first. Probably
Yeah,
want to get that first.
Okay, what was I going to ask you? Okay, guys. So before we wrap up, for both of you, let's start with Erika. What is your biggest tip or advice for people on how to create a vision board? How should they start?
Yeah, I think, the way that we think about the future is it depends on what we've experienced in the past. So I think many times when people think about a vision board, they only look forward, which is important. You should look forward, but it's also really important to reflect. So how did 2020 go, right? Like what worked in 2020? What didn't work in 2020? What shifted in 2020? What did 2020 make you grateful for that you now, want to ensure you make a priority in 2021? I think probably all of us now know that we want to be closer to family because for so many years we were all distracted at work, extracurricular social activities that we kind of neglected the importance of like our well-being and our family. And now 2020 made us value that so much more. So I think my biggest tip, going into 2021 with your vision board, take the time to reflect and take the time to understand not only where you want to go, but also how far you've come. Many times people focus on where they think they should be instead of focusing on how far they've already come, right? Like 5 years ago, if somebody would have told us, a year ago, if somebody would have told the 3 of us we were going to be sitting here doing this, we probably wouldn't have believed them, right? So like we just don't even give ourselves enough credit. So take the time to reflect, celebrate the small wins, and then from that place, you should create your vision board.
Oh, that's really good.
I
Erika.
love that.
Yeah,
Just adding here
really
too.
good.
Yeah. Think about stop focusing on the end result. Like if you do have a goal, that's what I tell my my clients is if you have a goal, if you want to break into tech or to a specific company like Google or LinkedIn, think about that, have that goal and write it down. And then let's reverse engineer it and let's plan strategically to get you there. Okay, Jessica,
Absolutely.
What about you?
So I would tell people not to be so focused on being perfect. Whatever you end up placing your piece of your puzzle is exactly where they're supposed to be. If you want to separate it, if you want to have 2 vision boards that, one for personal, one for professional, that's okay. There is not one specific way to do it. You have to do it the way that you feel the best. So let go of all of that. Well, I got to do it this way. I got to do it Jessica's way. I got to do it June's way. I got to do it Erika's way. You would do all 3 way if you wanted to. Just make sure that it feels good to you, it looks good to you, and that you're staying motivated by what you put on your vision board. Short and sweet. Wow.
Yes, love that. Nadel's asking, Erika, do you think one day your vision board will be holding one thing all checked? That's a good question for everyone. I think it's a good question for all of us.
Let me make sure I understand the question. Is the question like, do I think one day my vision board will like everything will be accomplished?
I think that's what he's asking.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading as.
That's how I'm reading it.
Screen, but I think this is.
I definitely feel like this is why it's important to celebrate small wins, because the thing is, once we reach a goal, we just move the target, right? And it's something, it's human nature. It's what we keep doing. And we're like, okay, once I get that promotion, then I'll be happy. Or once I like have that house, then I'll be happy. Once I make, however much money, then I'll be happy. But like, no, we have to be happy right now. So do I think I'll get to a place where everything's checked? No. And this is why, because my dreams scare the bananas out of me.
Can I say that? Shit out of you.
Yeah. Okay. We're on LinkedIn. I'm like, yeah, my dreams scare the shit out of me, as they should, right? I'm reaching for big goals. So with that being said, my expectation is that no, I won't always reach them, especially because I'm going to revisit the vision board and constantly add to it. However, it's important to know that like my success does not depend on everything on my vision board being checked.
Right. That's huge.
Okay, guys, that's amazing. Before we get going, thank you guys for being here. I want to give you guys an opportunity to share how you can help my community. So Jessica, let's start with you.
So, is it okay if I talk about my job snatching challenge I have going on right now?
No. Of course it is.
Okay. Oh,
you're my co-host.
I like to ask, you never know. But I have a job snatching challenge going called Play to Win. And what I do is I encourage job snatchers to go out there and go after the jobs that they know they deserve, go after the salaries that they know they've earned, and to create this career that they absolutely love. With this challenge, I bring on different career strategists, I bring on different recruiters, and different opportunities for people to learn about. I do it 2 to 3 times a week. June will be with me this month, so stay tuned for that. And the whole point is I want people to get so comfortable creating strategies for their job search. So if you screenshot how many applications you've sent that week, I'll give you a free career strategy call so we can figure out how to really increase your numbers and increase your interview possibilities. That's what I have going on.
Great. I'm excited to collaborate with you. And hopefully we could do more Clubhouse. Is it called conversation or just Clubhouse rooms? Clubhouse rooms.
Which, if somebody's not on Clubhouse, I can see how that would be weird, especially during the time of a pandemic. Like, oh, you're all going to go in a room? Like,
no. If you guys don't know what Clubhouse is, I'm sure you guys do, but think of Clubhouse as, do you remember AOL chat rooms back in the day? I know I'm totally aging myself. Do you guys remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where people are talking about specific topics. It's just like that, but it's through an audio chat. So it's definitely going to change the way people network. And actually, I was in a room where a director of sales and marketing actually interviewed someone that was in the audience for a job.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
For a sales, like an SDR position. And I actually pinged him and connected with him. And I said, who are you looking for? And then he's like, I'm looking for SDRs and account executives. So if anyone in my audience is looking for sales opportunities, reach out to me, because I know a director now from Clubhouse. So that's amazing. So, okay, Erika, what about you? What's up for you? What's next? I know you're having your TikTok class on Monday, but what else are you focusing on for this month, for this quarter?
Yeah, so I currently have a group of women in my group coaching program. They will graduate at the beginning of February. So they are kind of my number one priority, because they are my paying customers that I feel very responsible for their transformation, but they're doing so great. So that's kind of been my number one priority. The second one is the TikTok course. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll accept it. I've got to be honest. I'm not as active as June on here. So I maybe just haven't even seen it. I know I do. I'm actually going to start repurposing my TikTok videos onto LinkedIn, because I don't think that people see the power of TikTok, because they assume it's dancing, right? But like, I have one video that's like 3 life lessons that I learned by working at tech startups. Like, that's very relevant for the LinkedIn community.
You need to put it on here.
Yeah.
See,
so
I
that will be
the same way. I think the same way.
Yeah.
I thought I have to be on there dancing. That's why I haven't gotten on TikTok.
Well, all I
I
do
did
is
one
dance.
dancing video. It was not good. I did not get a lot of views. June
That's-
is better at the dancing thing
Well,
than I am.
I actually, I want to ask you, Erica, do you do like strategy calls just for TikTok?
I am going to start doing that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we should connect then because I want to pick your brain about that and see if you could give me advice there and help me with my strategy. Okay.
Oh,
So
I
what
have
else?
so many ideas for you. Yeah. So if you are looking to connect with me on LinkedIn, I will go look at my connections after this and ensure I add all of you.
Can you accept the Dell's request, please?
And I will also, I'm super active on TikTok, so check that out. I post at least one video a day, and I have a TikTok masterclass coming up on Monday. It's completely free. After the masterclass, if you're like, ooh, this was super valuable, I actually want to work with Erika, I do have a digital course coming out. I try to make it like as affordable as possible. And then I do have coaching, like one-on-one coaching for TikTok, if it's something that you're interested in growing.
Great. I dropped Erica's and Jessica's LinkedIn in the comments.
Oh,
and
thank you.
what's going on with me? I just launched my group coaching program with 5 amazing ladies. I think we may be adding one more person in a late enrollment for next week. I'm really, really excited to help transform these group of women. And then I have availability to actually onboard 3 private clients if you are looking to work with me for 8 weeks. Go to buildwithjune.com. My signature 8-week program is called Level Up Your Career, where we focus on 3 different stages as far as clarity, alignment, understanding your goals, and then activation for the second stage, where we are leveling up your personal brand on LinkedIn and your resume, as well as last stage where we are setting up you for success when it comes to interviewing preparation and salary negotiation. So that's me. Go to my website. But thank you guys. This is great. Short and sweet. There was tons of information. Please follow Erica and Jessica. And I will see you soon next week with Mark Metry. So take care. Thank you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Of
Bye.
course.
So much.
Bye.
Mm, mm, mm.
Bye.
Bye.